Good evening, everyone. This is Storm Central. Matt Baranowski here with your weekend forecast. Alright, let's get started here. Today is October 7th, 2011. It's going on 5 o'clock Central Daylight Time. Alright, so this graphic you're seeing right now, this is going to be the story of the week. We have a high pressure to the west, high pressure to the east. That is bringing rotating clockwise here. So that's going to be ushering cold air, and is ushering currently cold air down from Canada to the west, and cold air from Nova Scotia, New Brunswick, and Canada areas here in the east. That's allowing for warm Gulf moisture, humid also at some places, to come ushering northward into the central center of the country. Now this pattern is going to go all the way through Sunday and a little more and beyond, as we'll go through some of the later graphics in a minute. Alright, so basically this is the situation we have right now. As you can see, we have the high pressure right here being shown. This is moving, of course. This is animated. This would be a 36-hour forecast now. Now, basically, like I was saying, we have the high pressure to the west, high pressure to the east. Now, with high pressures, they just build and build and build. So you do like to see warm temperatures with most of the time with this, and little rainfall. Now we do have a cold front, but it's not really a cold front, as it's not producing much relief. More of a stable cold front that is just touching up some showers and thunderstorms right now into Nebraska and to Kansas, which we'll get to the severe portion of this side in a minute. Now this is going to be the temperature forecast. This is going to go for Saturday, October 8th. Now as you can see, you have the center of the country warm. East, it's not totally warm, it's not totally cold area there, but if you get into the upper portions of New England, Vermont, New Hampshire areas, Maine, you start to get into the greens. That's where temperatures will be in the 60s and 50s. Pennsylvania, New York, you're seeing 70s, or upper 60s, lower 70s. In the center of the country, you're going to be seeing near 80, if 80, in most of these areas. Going into Sunday, October 9th, 2011, as you can see, you can tell by that shift, that would be your cold front. So it is providing some relief, but not a whole lot of relief, as that warm air with the cold front, or cold air with the cold front, slipping eastward, which will bring some relief to this warm air. Going into forecast for Monday, October 10th, same situation going on here, as this is slowly but surely the cold front making its way through. Now this is going to be Tuesday, October 11th. High pressure, or high temperatures, excuse me. As you can see, it's cooled down to the 70s and 60s for most of the area. Now we're going to go over to hurricanes and tropical storms. We have Irwin out there. As of Pacific Daylight Time at 2 p.m., we have a hurricane sustained, 90-mile-an-hour hurricane. This one is out in the eastern Pacific, along with Jova as a 2 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time, 65-mile-an-hour tropical storm. Now, both of these are expected to turn east, and we'll get to that in a minute also. But there is also Felipe, which we've been talking about, seems to be forever. Another fish storm out there, basically a waste of a name, and that is a hurricane still, or excuse me, a tropical storm now. Was a hurricane yesterday with 70-mile-per-hour winds. Now, as you can see with this graphic moving here, over to the far left, that big old blob out there has weakened a little bit. That would be Irwin. Now, closer into land, that is Jova. So, basically, these storms are both going to make the turn to the north and northeast and head towards Mexico here, and it will make definite impacts to both of these areas in both of these storms will make impacts to Mexico. As for Felipe way out here, fish storm not even going to have any effects. Nova Scotia, New Brunswick, any of these areas, this is basically a waste of a storm. As you can see, Bermuda right there didn't even face any clouds or rain from it. Now, coming into October here, we are into October. We don't start to look off the coast of Africa as much, as you don't get these well-deformed waves coming off of Africa. You tend to look into the triangle here. That would be the Gulf of Mexico into Cuba, Dominican Republic, Haiti areas where you get these showers and thunderstorm development with some shear here. That's where you start to look for these little tropical cyclones that want to pull north or in any direction, depending on the waves of how strength they are, what you got going on in with the trough situation, along with the jet stream pattern. So all these factors turn into these places here. Now, what we could have going on here, and this would be Sunday. I guess Sunday did get cut off. Sunday at 6 p.m. Central Daylight Time, we're going to be looking at possibly a tropical storm forming north of the Bahamas here. And this is going to be moving northwest, just off the coast of Florida. It looks to be 100 to 200 miles here, off the coast of Florida. As we go into the next graphic, this is going to be Monday around 11 p.m. As you can see, be just off the coast of Jacksonville, Florida, making landfall probably on Tuesday, or Monday night, likely on Tuesday, as a remnant low. Could be a weak tropical depression or a very weak tropical storm. Either or, it's going to bring tons of rainfall to Florida, which they are in desperate need of. But as this thing is going to slip northeast, it's not going to be good as we get into Kentucky and Tennessee come Tuesday around 11 p.m. Now, once again, this thing is going to continue north, bringing heavy rainfall for portions of Pennsylvania to New York and all these other areas come Thursday. So this is something you don't want to see, because we've been just inundated storm after storm. Lee, we had Irene, we've had that cutoff low sit over there for a couple days, coming into a week ago. So basically I do not need to see any rain. And also with this little blob showing up come Thursday, it's another potential low that could scoot, likely won't be tropical. It could cause some cloudiness or a rain shower to the far eastern coastal regions here, into the Middle East, or the east coastal states here. What's going to cause the big thing, as you can see that blob of precip here into Florida, also one into Texas. Texas, that's a very, very good thing. Coming into Florida, also a very, very good thing. So both of these regions is what you want to see for the 5-day forecast. You see these yellows and oranges, we're talking 10 inches and above. So that would be portions of Melbourne, Texas, Cape Canaveral, Jacksonville, Daytona, all these areas, Miami, could see 10 inches of rain over the 5-day period here. Also into Texas, that low is not going to be moving fast with that cold front, so we're going to see possible chances for rain all the way into Dallas, west of Dallas come the 5-day forecast. Is they're just going to keep refiring and refiring, so we could see some chances for rain. I really don't think we're going to see 10 inches of rain here, as there's still some dry air. It could inhibit some of this. I'm sure you all have heard me talk about where you'd see storm systems come in. Example, Don down there in Brownsville, Texas would just come in, got inundated with dry air, and just basically dried out. We're not going to see that here, but I really don't think we're going to see 10 inches of rain. 5 is a chance, 6 is a chance. Anything over 6 inches I think is a little bit much. Alright, and that concludes the show, everyone. Thank you for watching. We did a quick update. We are still in the process of domaining stormcentral.com. Actually, it has been domained. Still in the process of building the website. Everyone have a safe weekend. Everyone please tune in Saturday for the unveiling of the website around noon on Saturday. We'll also include some updates in the winter forecast. Just for Chicago, though, as our winter forecast, we aren't changing it. We are 100% confident in it. So we hope to get that all situated. Come Saturday, we'll have the latest posts and updates from stormcentral.com. This has been Matt on October 7th, 2011, and have a great night.